Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you join us today. First of all, I would like to thank you for joining my first webinar. I really appreciate your time. You know, the most rational spent time is the time when you invest in your knowledge. A long time ago, Albert Einstein said, once you stop learning, you start dying. So we wouldn't like to choose the second option. That's why I'm suggesting to all of us to start with the learning. I believe and I hope that you will enjoy it today. My name is Sara Dimeska and I'm working in Interworks as Salesforce administrator. I'm part of business support practice. This practice provides many solutions. I would like to single out Jira and Agile methodologies, Scrum, ServiceNow, and of course, for what we are here today, Salesforce. I'm going to talk more about how to adapt to business changing needs using a platform like Salesforce. The agenda for today's webinar is the following. As we know how current the topic is about coronavirus, I will talk more about the solutions that Salesforce provides during this pandemic. I will make a comparison, what happened before and after Salesforce, what are the clouds that Salesforce provides, Salesforce functionalities, why a business should use Salesforce, and in the end, of course, questions and answers. So if you have any questions, you should feel free to ask me. Today, we are facing with unpredictable and very surprise situation for all of us. The global coronavirus pandemic is affecting all of our families, businesses, and our communities. For one moment, our way of life is totally changed. This virus just came to us without respect to anyone. Don't care, do the workers will still have their job positions? Do the families have enough saving money for survive? Or do the health organizations are ready to handle with this situation? But of course, we shouldn't panic. In every bad situation, we should find a positivity and in the end, to get from that like a heroes. These moments reminds us that we are all connected like never before. We are called upon to be our best selves with patience, understanding, and empathy. In this occasion, I would like to give a big support to everyone who are affected by the virus, and big thanks to healthcare workers around the world who care for the people in need. Besides we are caring for ourselves to overcome the pandemic easier, I can say for sure that there are companies in this world that are also taking care. One of that companies that increasingly helping in the fight against COVID-19 is Salesforce. We live in a world where we put the focus every single day on the three main things: clients, partners, and employees. So when we are focused on them, then why not make changes that meet their needs? If you ask how, I'm sure with Salesforce we can make those changes. I believe that you have heard and you know the basics of Salesforce, but in any case, if someone didn't know, I will give you a brief introduction. Salesforce is a cloud computing, software as a service company that specializes in customer relationship management. Salesforce services allow businesses to use cloud technology to better connect with customers, partners, and potential customers. Companies started to use Salesforce to understand their customers, connect with them on a variety of levels, and help them to grow their customer base. This platform allows companies in real time to track analytics, customer success, support, and many other functions. Salesforce is actually a CRM, which stands for Customer Relationship Management. It is a cloud application, which means you don't install or buy any additional hardware. You can access it through the internet, and that is what makes Salesforce the #1 CRM in the market right now. Here, I don't want to understand me that Salesforce is just a CRM, because saying that Salesforce is just a CRM is like saying a house is just a bathroom. Salesforce is really more than CRM. This platform gives you the power to provide an effective, custom experience for every one of your clients, whether you have a customer base numbering in the dozens or the millions. It is a vital bridge that connects requirements from the clients and transfer them into solutions. Living in 21st century, and we are all witnesses where technology rapidly growing and moving forward. Lucky we. Through the availability of all that technologies, internet, and social media, we are all up to date with the news. From the beginning of this pandemic, every day we are noticing different slogans on the Salesforce pages with only one purpose: caring. They said Salesforce care, Salesforce help you manage through the crisis, Salesforce support you. So let's see what is the help that Salesforce provides during this pandemic. We are all affected and worried for this situation. On a daily basis, we want to be updated with the last news about coronavirus global picture. I mean, how many people in our environment are affected? Which places in the world are most affected? How many deaths and recoveries are there? And all of these informations are provided into Salesforce solutions. One of the solutions that Salesforce provides during this pandemic is called COVID-19 Data Hub. If you're not informed, I want to share with you that on August 1st, 2019, Salesforce announced it has completed the acquisition of Tableau software. So this solution, COVID-19 Data Hub, Salesforce created together with Tableau. You can imagine how great solution can bring us together, Salesforce, the world's #1 CRM platform, and Tableau, the world's #1 analytics platform. COVID-19 Data Hub actually contains resources to help you visualize and analyze the most recent data on the COVID-19 outbreak. This includes started workbooks to help you kickstart your analysis, as well as data sources that can be combined with your internal data. In that page, you can find Global Data Tracker to help you stay updated on the confirmed cases and death totals, the spread of coronavirus, and the places that are most impacted by this pandemic. However, you can search and set up a filter for which country you are the most interested. They provide a lot of visualizations and dashboards for better presentation of the big picture for the spread of coronavirus. As businesses now start to analyze how to get back to work, we can admit that reopening will be a big journey. This journey to be safer and more organized, Salesforce built another solution to help for the people who need, that is called Work.com. As part of the new Work.com platform, Salesforce offers a couple of solutions. One of them is contact tracing. You may be wondering why Salesforce and contact tracing? But it is actually quite a bit like a CRM. You're trying to identify and understand the relationship between people, and now we are doing all of that in order to care for the health of your employees. In the public sphere, it could be used by professional contact tracer. It will help to identify potential risk to communities by tracking relationship across people, places, and events. This will help to slow the spread of virus by immediately reaching out to the people that have potentially been exposed. Shift management and planning is another solution and very important for the companies. This solution is built to help communities and businesses return safely to the workplace. We know how much is important after pandemic returning back to the workplace safely. So with shift management and planning, organizations are able to model their workplace at capacities. Once leaders have visibility into their employees' availability, shift managers can use powerful tools to be able to specify which employees, functions, and projects are staffed first. This can be automated through the power scheduling optimization. After the shifts are created, employees can confirm their availability. They will receive schedule notifications, allowing them to easily confirm right from their phones. So when all employees arrive, they will feel safe and secured with social distancing in their offices. Now we can realize that Salesforce really takes care. I can say that the business life is totally changed after Salesforce. For better understanding, I will make one comparison what happened before and after Salesforce. As you can realize, before Salesforce, all the data was stored in different places and on different devices. You can imagine how hard it was for the people to run the business on that way. They have been frustrated with logging in and logging out of several applications every day. They all use the same data, but they are not connected together. Forgotten passwords, reset requests, different user experience, tons of spent time related with finding the required data, and all of this frustration disappeared with the appearing of Salesforce platform. Now every information is in one place. I can admit that companies are really grateful to Salesforce for building such a great and important platform. Now they can work from any place in the world and find all the data from any device. With a growing business, it becomes very difficult to handle everything manually. The prospects, leads, customers, all become huge and it becomes difficult for the manforce to handle the pressure. But Salesforce has their different clouds, which helps you in managing all this data automated. Sales Cloud is recognized as today's the most sophisticated CRM tool for enhancing the sales process. This cloud is created especially for salespeople. It helps businessmen to grow their accounts, find customers, and close the deal faster. Service Cloud provides 24 hours daily responsive service. It provides services like call center, live conversations, knowledge base, and assistant with products to customers. Marketing Cloud helps navigate entire customer journey on one platform. It provides channels and help marketers deliver right messages on the right time. This marketing platform offers functionalities for mobile messaging, ad management, and social marketing. Community Cloud is a collaboration cloud. It helps customers, partners, and employees to collaborate and connect them by building a community relevant to their business. Everyone can build a community and share the thoughts and problems with other members. All the Salesforce clouds together provide fast functionalities and ensures the productivity. In everyday buying and selling, it is normally and obviously that are needed both buyer and seller. I can say, for the companies, one of the hardest things from the part of selling is to find the potential buyers. But that difficulty slowly disappeared with the use of Salesforce. Through Salesforce artificial intelligence called Einstein, it makes it easier for the companies to find the potential buyers. Potential buyer is everyone who is interested for buying some product or service from the company, and in Salesforce, they are called leads. Leads can be captured in Salesforce on different ways. They can be imported directly in Salesforce to the web page, they can be manually entered, or they can be imported as CSV file directly in Salesforce through Data Loader, Data Import Wizard, or Workbench. When the lead is created, it needs to be checked for duplicates. If there are any duplicates, they need to be merged together. After that, salespeople need to work on that lead. If the lead is interested, that means that it needs to be qualified and after that to be converted to the opportunity. If the lead is not interested, then it needs to be processed and nurtured. If the process is successful, the leads need to be converted. After the lead is created in Salesforce, it can be converted to the contact, the person that they are contacting with, or it can be converted to the account, the company that is interested for the product. However, lead also can be converted to opportunity, which means to be made a successful deal. I mean the buyer to buy the product. After the opportunity is created, it needs to be considered and analyzed. This passes through a couple of stages. At the beginning are needed prospecting, qualifications, analysis, value propositions, negotiations, and on the end, closing the deal. The deal can be closed as closed won, which means gain for the company, or it can be closed as closed lost, which means lose for the company. Of course, the main purpose for every company is the deal to be closed as closed won. In these processes, there are sales rep which entered and update the objects with information about every lead, contact, account, or opportunity. For better visibility to the management department, all the data that is entered in Salesforce can be displayed in form of the reports. The reports are created on a very easy and simple way. There is a possibility for setting filters in order to be shown only the information that are needed for the customers. For even more better visibility, Salesforce offers a possibility to require data into the reports to be displayed visually in form of charts and dashboards. You can choose which type of charts are best for better representing the data. With such a visibility like this, we receive increasing of the productivity and decreasing on the time. As the technology moves forward, we as a human being are never satisfied from what is offered. So we have more and more demands from the technology. Process automation, avoiding manual work, one-click function execution, and many more things. So why to run our functions for days and hours when it can be reduced to a few minutes with a few clicks? That's correct. In Salesforce, that is reproduced through Workflow Rules and Process Builder. Both Workflow Rule and Process Builder are used for automation of the processes. I mean performing an automatic action when other conditions have taken place. Both processes are very similar with same purpose. So how do we know which one to choose and for what? Actually, Process Builder can do the same things and many more compared with Workflow Rule, except sending outbound messages. Process Builder is ideal for automation of functions that need more than one criterion and action per object. All of the flexibility of the both processes help admins to have more options with a click rather than cut. Collaboration in Salesforce is on high level. Inside Salesforce, there is a platform for sharing information and collaboration called Chatter. Through Chatter, every employee is able to communicate with the other employees, track each other data, and this information can be posted to be public and shared with everyone from the company, or they can be shared private with a certain group of users. You can share a post, create a poll, or you can ask a question. Besides internal chatter collaboration, Salesforce provides external chatter collaboration. The external chatter can be used by customers, suppliers, and partners. They can communicate and discuss on different topics with the internal people from the company, but they haven't access to the confidential data in Salesforce, so they can only use chatter just for the collaboration. Before one business decides to use some platform, they should consider and analyze the real need for using that platform. I can admit, for some businesses, it is really hard and risky to switch one platform to another. But when we are talking for platform like Salesforce, I think that there is no need for that. I will tell you 4 reasons why a business should use Salesforce. Salesforce is easy to use. It is just as easy to use as the websites you visit every day. You can log in from any place. Every data is stored in one place. You can collaborate with your colleagues, view and update customer data whenever you want. Salespeople have a complete view of the customers, which helps them to make better business decisions and close the deal faster. Salesforce is easy to customize and configure. Whether you want to add models or fields, create sales processes or applications, change automation, it is all just a click away with customization. This is easy for use because Salesforce is based on drag and drop functionalities, which means coding is on low level. Salesforce offers mobile application. Most of the functionalities are available on the mobile application. This means that user can have permanent insights into company's data. This is especially attractive for the management of the company, which needs to make an important decision every time of the day. So they can access and do their jobs right from their phones. Besides management and sales reps, the administrator can also use this application for configurations and assigning some permissions right from their phones. Exchange in Salesforce is an online market where you can download applications in order to resolve some issues. More of the applications are free, but for some of them is needed to pay a sum of money. AppExchange allows you to develop and market your own application or get access to thousands of useful, secured, and verified applications built by other users. As a conclusion, I can say that nowadays, Salesforce is the best cloud computing service provider all over the globe. Organizations can use Salesforce for contact management, customer engagement, workflow creation, task management, and opportunity tracking. You can also collaborate with your colleagues, run analytics, and access Salesforce from a mobile dashboard. Since marketing has become a large part of CRM, Salesforce also includes features for things like social media and email campaigns. That was all from the presentation. Now you can ask all of your questions related with Salesforce platform in the questions and answers tab. Okay, I can see that I have one question. It is related with how much does Salesforce cost? So actually, cost for Salesforce depends of what are your needs about Salesforce editions. It can cost from $25 per user per month to over $300 per user per month. In Salesforce, there are different editions. So every edition offers different functionalities. The cheapest price is for the Essential Edition, and it costs $25 per user per month. Next is Professional Edition, Enterprise Edition, and Unlimited Edition, which is $300 per user per month. But as I said, it depends on your needs, and the cost can vary about the needs, because it also depends whether you want to choose the classic or also Salesforce Lightning experience. If you know what are your needs about this platform, you can visit the official Salesforce page and search about the cost depending on the edition that you will want to use for your company. Okay, I can see that I have another question. How many records can be imported in Salesforce at a time? So as I mentioned in my presentation for importing fleets, in Salesforce, records can be imported on different ways. Actually, if you are importing records through Data Import Wizard, you can import up to 50,000 at a time. If you need to import up to 5 million records at a time, then you should use a data loader. But for example, if you have a spreadsheet with more than 5 million records that needs to be imported in Salesforce at one time, then you should use third-party applications or visit App Exchange, that is, as I mentioned, the online market from Salesforce. Okay, I can see another question. Which industries can use Salesforce? So Salesforce is intended for small and large businesses. It can be used in every industry, starting from healthcare, banking, insurance, telecommunications, social media, even government, non-profit organizations, and many more. So for example, if you take a Salesforce for healthcare industry, besides standard objects that are coming with buying Salesforce platform, as I mentioned, lead, contact, account opportunities, you can also customize Salesforce platform as your needs. So I mean to create a custom object where can be stored information related with medicine, for example, like patients, doctors, hospitals, locations, and many others. Okay, I see another question. Can we integrate Salesforce with some integration tool? Okay, as nowadays Salesforce is a platform that is used by many companies, that also means that there is a need for integration between Salesforce and another application. Yes, the answer is yes, there is a possibility for integrating Salesforce with another application. First step is to be consider what are the informations, I mean records and fields that needs to be integrated. And after that, it needs to be created a connected application inside Salesforce that will connect the both applications. Okay, I can see another question. The data of the users, is it secure in Salesforce? Yes, Salesforce is really secured platform. Starting from the two-factor authentication, which means when user try to log in into Salesforce, Besides the username and password, they should also enter the code that they will receive on their phones. Also, there is a possibility for password policy inside Salesforce that is set up by administrators. So you can set up password history, length, and complexity requirements. And you can also specify what to do when some user, for example, forgets the password. So Salesforce, I can say that is really secure platform. I can see another question. Do you organize or mentorship for Salesforce? For now, I haven't do some training or mentorship for Salesforce, but if someone want that, we can do for sure. Because as company, Interworks have Interworks and educational center where you can set up some courses and that stuff. Okay, are there any other questions? I can see another question. Has the demand for Salesforce increased during COVID? I'm not sure about this, but I suppose that the demand is increasing because, as I mentioned, Salesforce really helps during this pandemic. So it helps because Salesforce is focused on clients, partners, and employees. So through the solutions that they provide, they help to all of them. Through the solution like contact tracing, people are able to notice if someone in their environment has been affected by the virus and which places are the most affected. So also getting back to workplace safely and quickly is very important now. And I think that yes, the answer is yes, because the demand for Salesforce increased during COVID. As I can see, there are no other questions. So if you have any other question, I will give you a couple minutes to answer them. Okay, I think that I answered all the questions, and as I can realize, there are no other questions. So if you have any other questions, suggestions, or ideas, feel free to contact me or Interworks. We will be happy to provide answers. and collaborate with you. So I can say thanks again for your attention. Take care for yourself, stay safe and healthy. Goodbye.